Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to talk about determinant and how we can compute that. Determinant is a very important concept in matrix or linear algebra because it is connected to many notions of linear algebra such as geometry of vectors, linear independence, solving a system of linear equation. Matrix invertibility means whether the matrix is invertible or not. If you are not sure about matrix inverse, we will cover that too in a separate tutorial. It also shares a connection with vector cross product and it is useful in the definition of eigenvalues. It is even more important to understand the geometrical meaning of determinant rather than how we can compute determinant. But in this particular tutorial, we will talk about computation of determinant, the formula and how you manually compute determinant of a matrix. There are many tools also. If you are using Python SymPy, you can just use a single line of code to compute the matrix determinant. In the next tutorial, we will look at the geometrical interpretation of determinant, some of the properties of determinant, and probably how it is connected to different other concepts of linear algebra, right? So let's start with first the simplest part which you see in your textbooks as well, how you compute the determinant. So if you have a matrix like this, I am just using a 2 by 2 matrix. First you should notice that determinant can only be computed for a square matrix, right? So for a square matrix, how we compute determinant, we start with a square matrix, so we are starting with the 2 by 2 matrix, right? And the result is always a number. So you see, I have used these notations. Usually we put a matrix in this notation, and suppose A is a matrix, maybe 2 by 2, 3 by 3, whatever, we can write n cross n, a square matrix. So determinant of this matrix, we can either denote it by DET, determinant of A, or sometimes we can also denote it by this notation. So we put it inside vertical bars. This is just a way of representing determinant. And how we compute this? So there is just a pattern which you need to follow if you are computing determinant. So first you multiply these two elements. So it is basically a particular way to multiply the entries of a matrix, right? That gives us the determinant. So we multiply these two elements. This is 3 multiplied by 2, or we can say 6 minus, and then we multiply these two elements, right? So this would be 2 multiplied by minus 4. So finally we get 6 plus 8. So 14 is the determinant of this matrix. So for a 2 by 2 matrix, it's quite simple. First of all, we multiply alongside this diagonal, then we multiply alongside this diagonal, and we just subtract. And if you want to write it in terms of a formula, so if you have a matrix A, B, C, D, the determinant of this matrix would be this multiplication AD minus this multiplication BC. So you just need to remember the pattern, and this becomes your formula for a 2 by 2 matrix. Now we'll look at how we compute determinant for a 3 by 3 matrix. So I again write some small matrix here. Suppose this is 1, 2, and let me write 3. This is suppose 1 minus 2. Suppose this is 0. I'm just taking smaller numbers to make the computations quick and easy for the demo purpose. So it is 0, and suppose it is 4. And if we want to find out determinant of this matrix, how we find out? For this, we need to use determinant of submatrices or 2 by 2 matrices which are there inside that matrix. So let me show you the pattern first. We start again with the first element. So this first element we write here 1. Now we multiply this element with this submatrix. You see this matrix. This matrix which is obtained by removing the first row and the first column. So if we remove the first row and first column, we are left with this submatrix. So we put the entries here, minus 2, 0, this is 0, this is 4, right? So this is just first part. Then minus sign, we write this element, this is 2, and we write the submatrix here which is obtained by removing the corresponding row and corresponding column. So if I remove the first row and this column, I will be getting 1, 0, 3 and 4. I hope you are able to visualize these elements. And finally, we write plus sign this element which is 3, and if I now remove the corresponding row means first row and corresponding columns means the last column, we get this matrix. So this is 1, minus 2, 3 and 0. So we are taking the determinants of these 2 by 2 matrix. So the calculation will give us 1 multiplied by this is minus 8, minus 2 multiplied by this is 4, and plus 3 multiplied by this would be 0, minus 6, which is plus 6. So whatever it is, this is your determinant of this particular matrix. Let me just compute. This is minus 8 plus 18, 2. If we want to write the formula for this matrix, we will verify this answer by using some Python code or maybe by using some applet. So this is just, you can write any matrix and you can do the computation, you can see what result you get, and you can verify your answer by using some applet or Python code, right? Now one more thing is, determinant can be negative also, because I have written these numbers. If I have changed the numbers, maybe I get negative determinant. That is quite possible. So let me just write the formula for a 3 by 3 matrix. Suppose we have a 3 by 3 matrix, and to be able to write generalized matrix, I am using these syntaxes. So A11 means first row, first column, element corresponding to that. This is the element corresponding to first row and second column, first row and third column. Because I can only take square matrices, I am this time taking a 3 by 3 matrix. So this is second row, first column, this is second row, second column, this is second row, third column, and similarly A31, A32, A33. Now if we want to find determinant of this matrix, this would be A11, means this element, and corresponding submatrix, if you can notice from here, if I just cut this row and this column, what will I get? I get these entries. So this would be A22, A23, A32, A33. Minus sign, next element I would be taking as A12, and the corresponding submatrix I would be writing here. So this matrix would be, this time I need to ignore the first row and I need to ignore the second column. So these are the elements which are left. A21, A31, this is A23 and A33, right? And similarly we have for the last element A13, the corresponding matrices, I hope you might have guessed already, you need to remove the first row and the last column. So these 4 entries, A21, A22, A31, A32. If you want, you can write a formula like this: A11, A22, A33 minus A23, A32 minus sign A12, A21, A33 minus A23, A31 plus A13, A21, A32 minus A22, A31. Don't worry if these notations scare you, because we have already seen the pattern how we compute, right? So this is just the formula for a 3 by 3 matrix. Imagine if I take 4 by 4 matrix, 5 by 5, 10 by 10 or 100 by 100 matrix, how complicated this formula will be, right? Because if you take 4 by 4 matrix, the sub matrix would be 3 by 3 matrix here. If you remove the corresponding row and column, this would be a 3 by 3 matrix left. And for that 3 by 3 matrix, again you will apply this particular formula. So the computation would be too lengthy. That's why we don't calculate these things manually for larger matrices. We have softwares to do that. But this was just to show you how you can compute if you want to compute manually. If you want to write a general formula for n cross n matrix, determinant of n cross n matrix, how you can do that is, let me just show you a pattern. Those who are from math can always generalize the formula very simply. They just write the formula for 2, they just write the formula for n equal to 3, and they can generalize it for n, whatever it is, right? And if you are not from math and if you want to avoid this detail, you can skip this. But let me show you. If you notice, this was a 3 by 3 matrix, right? And for this 3 by 3 matrix, this was your formula, the right hand side, right? So you have taken A11, A12 and A13. So A1 means first row, but the second, you can say, subscript is changing. This is 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. So basically you have A1J, where J is changing, and J is 3 because it is a 3 by 3 matrix, right? So for a 4 by 4 matrix, you will have one more element A14. 5 by 5, you have one more element A15, and so on, right? Now you also notice that sign is also changing. This is positive, negative, and so on. So in mathematics, whenever you have alternate plus minus sign, you can represent it with -1 raised power something. Because we know that -1 raised power some even number, it would be always positive, and -1 raised power odd number, it would be always negative sign. So you can generalize it. So we have positive sign when this is A11, negative sign when this is A12. So you need to think in terms of J. For what value of J the sign is positive, for what value of J the sign is negative. Here we can see that this is 1J. When 1 plus J is even number, the sign is positive. When 1 plus J is odd number, the sign is negative. So we can write here 1 plus J, right? And we have this entry corresponding to each of these elements. So what are these entries? These entries are the determinant of the matrix which we have obtained by removing the corresponding row and column. So let me give it a new name. We can call it minor, capital M for minor, corresponding to 1J. Means if we remove the first row and jth column, the corresponding matrix, and if we take its determinant, it would be the minor which have these entries, right? And finally we are adding these all steps. This is first step, second step, third step. For a 10 by 10 matrix we have 10 steps. So we are adding all these matrices for all values of J, where J starts from 1 goes up to n. So this is just the general formula to find the determinant of a n cross n matrix. Don't worry if you don't want to look at the formula. Don't worry if you are not comfortable computing the determinant yourself. This was just to give you an idea about how determinant is computed. And let me show you one more thing. So you have many such applets where you can practice if you really want to practice how to compute determinant manually. If you don't want, you need to wait for my second video where I'll be discussing about its geometrical interpretation. Right? So here you see this is a problem. You can click here to get a new problem, whatever you want to do. And suppose this is a new problem. So for this particular problem, this is the matrix and this would be the determinant. And how you compute the determinant? You can click on these steps and you can click on the final result to get what is the result. So let me click on step 1. You see step 1 is the same calculation which we have discussed in the presentation. So this is -5. And if we remove the corresponding row and column, we get these entries. So determinant of this matrix, which is 12, 3, 6 and 9, it's here, right? Similarly, if we take next element, which is -19, so we need to use minus sign here, and -19 is the entry because the element here is negative, and we need to write determinant corresponding to matrix which is obtained by removing the first row and second column. So this is -12, 3, 18, 19. So this is the determinant of this matrix right here in the second step. And plus sign, next entry is, let me tell you, this is 20. So plus sign 20 here. And if I just remove this row and this column, the corresponding entries are -12, 12, 18 and 6. So this is the third step. So after doing all these calculation, we can see what is the next step. So next step would be -5 multiplied by, this is sign for multiplication here, and this computation. So this computation is, they have done it 12 into 19 minus 6 into 3, and if you compute this would be 210 and so on. This is minus sign, minus of 19 into this and so on. This is their way of writing inside the applet. You don't need to explicitly write this multiplication sign, and you can see that computation. So if you want, you can quickly verify this calculation as well here. I have some Insta calculator here. So let me just show you here. If I am doing 12 into 19 minus 3 into 6, that is 18. For the first step, this is 210 which we are getting here, right? So you can verify this calculation, it is 210. And let me click on the third step. So it is just the computation. 5 multiplied by 210 is 1050 and so on. And finally the result is this. So you can practice for newer problems by using another problem and look at all the steps, and you can verify your results. Thank you for watching. In the next tutorial, we would be talking about even more important aspect of determinant of a matrix, that is geometry of determinant. Stay tuned, keep watching.